Well, welcome fans live here in Johor, Malaysia. Currently, Dewa United, the champions of the Indonesian Basketball League, trailing against the champions of MABA, Malaysian Basketball Association. But so far, well, Dewa trying to hang on to their undefeated record, as we saw the potential from the Johor Southern Tigers. I mean, they're a very good team. They're very unlucky not to pick up that win, in which they were defeated against High-Tech Basketball. Now, Zilla kicking this one out here to DJ Cooper. A three goes up, but that's going to be a foul on the ground. So a sideline possession coming up here to Dewa United. Well, Cooper's one of those PGs, of course. Any team in Asia going to be happy to have him, but he needs to be more of a scoring threat tonight. Goes averaging just about 14 to 15 assists per game in BCL Asia East. But as we saw last night, Freddie Leash came ready to play. So DJ has got to be a scoring fact tonight. Well, Josh Zilla nearly getting it. And Troy Gillenwater, as we saw with him, a monumental scoring factor. But Johor Southern Tigers, many of these key players featuring for the Malaysian national team. Well, they get a look in the corner, the three is up, and that is what I call a San Fun show from downtown. Well, he's got to have a big game tonight. This team need their first victory in BCL Asia East. The home crowd definitely inspiring them. And that looks like it's going to be an offensive foul. Well, Josh Zilla might have been penalized for that one. It looks like he's got his game face on. The VIP fans, they love their basketball in Malaysia. There's no doubt about it. And more than anything, the last time we saw a Malaysian team in BCL Asia was the NS Matrix Deers, in which players like Wong Yi Ho had featured for that team. Malaysian basketball, it's got to get back to the highest level. Another deep one goes, but the rebound comfortably collected. And now here come Dewa United. Well, they need to go for, right now, a tembakan tiga angka, but instead they're going inside the paints. And they need that sama-sama baby motive about them tonight if they want to remain undefeated in BCL Asia East. Nice penetration down the middle, just trying to spread out the floor. And they'll go for another one. Deep three in the corner, counted. And at the moment, Johor Southern Tigers have come out like a house on fire. Three-point shooting needs to be consistent in this case. Well, turnover, here we go. Look out below, a two-handed brim rocker. And at some point, they might need to call timeout because Dewa United, they've been beat on both ends of the floor. Well, fans, if you love BCL Asia East, make sure you follow BCL Asia on all social media platforms of X, Instagram, and Facebook. As the mid-range tucked away by Saputra. I mean, he has done such a great job, whether it's in the IBL or BCL Asia, to go for those pump fakes and the pull-up jump shot. I mean, he's looking like a baby Vincent Kosasi right now. Matty trying to twist him, and that's a tough matchup when you go up against Yoshua Ibata, one of the greatest, let's say, import centers you're going to find in the whole of East Asia basketball. But it's going to be called on the ground. Johor Southern Tigers currently leading by 13 points. So we are currently live here at the Arena Larkin Indoor Stadium of Johor Bahru. Because fans as well, BCL Asia East creating so many opportunities. Make sure you get in contact with your local organizing committee so you can get involved. And if you're a basketball influencer or journalist, get your accreditation, as pretty soon we'll be heading to Bangkok, Thailand, and then to Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia. Well, Maigan currently at the free throw line hasn't scored yet tonight, but he does have 1 assist and 1 rebound. But I just feel as we saw him in Tangerang, Indonesia, he has a lot of offensive artilleries, but he just doesn't seem to shoot enough. And sometimes you want to play it like that to be a little bit more selfish. Just a little bit. Extending it now to a 15-point lead. 1:10 to go here in the first quarter. Johor Southern Tigers must take care of business and win tonight. Of course, losing 2 games disappointingly on the road in Tangerang, but one of them against High-Tech Basketball, which the champions of Thailand did a magnificent job in overtime with Janatip Jakrawan and some of the key players in company. Johor Southern Tigers felt they should have won. Well, there's another turnover. Transition, little pump fake, and everything being converted from every turnover. It's beautiful basketball. That time it's the Malaysian 3x3 superstar Shen Fuoi. And that's his first field goal this evening. Dewa United, because we've seen the issues at this team. I mean, they got a lot of great players, but it's the backcourt stability. Johor Southern Tigers go for another three-pointer. Like I said, it's just finding that ability to take care of the basketball, because as we saw with High-Tech Basketball yesterday, they applied a lot of full-court pressure. Dewa's got to be able to take care of this. Like I said, we've got some very talented players. You just saw Rio Dissi being one of them. But when players like Eric Jr. come into the frame, they've got to be able to be pressure relievers. Artianis Lakudu, another veteran of the IBL, but well, now at the free throw line, indeed, Aaron Garamapur. Goes played for the Iranian national team at the 2019 FIBA Basketball World Cup, and also played at the Tokyo Olympics in the summer 2021. Born and raised in Stockport, Manchester, but made in the BCL Asia East. course, a British mother, Iranian father, and a very well-traveled international player. Extending JST's lead now to 19 points. This time, Dewa United is just handling the pressure. Aki Wisnu finding Eric Jr. And that three-pointer is way off the mark. Johor Southern Tigers can have the final play. They want one final shot. Shiwei Lim giving this one up. Wong Hee-ho down low to Gramaport. But good hands, and that's going to be the end of the first half. So basketball fans, we're going to take a 15-minute break. We're live here at the magnificent Arena Larkin Indoor Stadium at Johor Bahru. Just wonder, is there any time left on the clock? Maybe there is. So Johor Southern Tigers might have one final shot here, depending how this goes. So 0.4 of a second left on the clock. Now, the last time I remember any player making a shot with this time was Derek Fisher in the Western Conference semifinals against the San Antonio Spurs in Game 4. Are we about to see a Malaysian Derek? Welcome back, everybody, live here, BCL Asia East 2026. We're here in Malaysia, where currently Johor Southern Tigers looking for their first victory. Right now, they have played some outstanding basketball as they lead by 19 against the defending champions of the Indonesian Basketball League, Dewa United. Well, to all of our Indonesian fans watching live, Selamat Malam Anak Dewa, as they would say back in Tangerang, Indonesia. But it hasn't been a great start so far. Can the IBL defending champions make a way back and find that terima kasih mode from the tembakan tiga angka line? Well, they'll get the first possession. DJ Cooper finding Saputra in the corner. Because this team did magnificent last season in the IBL Finals, losing Game 1. And Saputra beginning the second quarter right there with tembakan tiga angka. Well, that's what they need. They've got to find that confidence. That cuts it down to a 16-point deficit. And that's going to be a foul. So it's going to see Scotty Lewis go to the free throw line. Lewis currently 14 points tonight, 4 out of 4 from the charity stripe. So he's the last player you want to send to the free throw line. Well, Scotty Lewis, 2021, drafted into the NBA by the Charlotte Hornets, spent a little bit of time in the G League, but prior to coming to BCL Asia East, was playing in not only Lebanon for Sajes, but also played in Canada's CEBL for the Niagara River Lions. While Lewis making both free throws. They've got to find ways to prevent him from getting to the free throw line. The IBL defending champions losing by 18 points. They've got to find some form of inspiration. A little bit of zone defense coming from JST. Saputra having made that tembakan tiga angka already. Got to go for another one. Cooper coming off that screen. Finds Troy Gillenwater. Well, there you have it. Cooper and another tembakan tiga angka. This time coming from DJ Cooper. Well, they need a bit of sama-sama baby motive to the game at the moment. They've got to find a way back in this. Well, Gramapur inside the lane. And that's going to be another foul against Adki Wisnu. And Adki Wisnu, that time left by himself, but one of the veterans, the legends. Of course, go back to 2024 when he was playing for Satria Muda, winning game 1 in the IBL finals, but then losing games 2 and 3 against Andakawa Prastawa. But he joined Dewa United, won the IBL championship, and earned the right to be in BCL Asia East. As Aaron Gramapur back at the free throw line here for JST. Johor Southern Tigers have only missed one free throw tonight. They're 9 out of 10 as Gramapur makes it count. Dewa United coming up with the rebound. So got to keep finding that rhythm. They go for another one from downtown. That's a good look, but somebody's got to crash in for an offensive rebound. Well, good hands by Troy Gillenwater, but Gramapur is able to recover this. Scotty Lewis. Now trying to find an opening. Goes straight to the bucket. That's simply too much to handle, as he is simply unstoppable. Back to an 18-point lead to JST. Cooper now finding Troy Gillenwater. He'll fire one. Well, there you have it. Third tembakan tiga angka. But is it enough to get Dewa United back in this game? JST called timeout. They still lead by 15. But the Nasi Goreng chef cooking it up here early. Troy Gillenwater, that's only his second field goal tonight. He's got 5 points. Remember last night, he was cooking at will. But is it enough to get them back in it? That's the key thing. Troy Gillenwater averaging 31.7 points and 8 rebounds. Last night he had 30 against High Tech Basketball in that overtime victory. But we'll be back very soon. Well, a timeout was called here from Johor Southern Tigers, and I just wonder how much more zone defense they're going to play, given the fact that Dewa United have found that confidence on the three-point line. But if I'm JST, and I've watched the game against High Tech yesterday, one thing I'm going to try to do is put on a lot of full-court press. Because as we saw with Dewa United, they do have the propensity to force or commit a lot of turnovers. Dewa United now going into a 2-3 zone of their own. JST going for a 3. Offensive rebound by Lewis. Bumpy going in. Still coming up with it. Foul's given. I think that's on DJ Cooper. So free throws coming up to Scotty Lewis. Well, the first free throw made by Scotty Lewis, signed strictly to be a go-to scorer here in BCL Asia East for Johor Southern Tigers. Dewa down by 17. Now going down low to Gillenwater. Pulls up in the mid-range. Goes to Adibara on the floor. You got to ask the question, where are the offensive rebounds going to come for Dewa United? What a play down in transition as Garamapur, the man who grew up a big-time supporter of Manchester United, now a big-time import in the BCL Asia East. Foul is going to be called on the ground. It's one thing JST don't want to give away too early. Too many unnecessary fouls, which would see a lot of trips to the free throw line. Because they've been great so far at the beginning of this game. The defensive discipline is what's put them ahead so far. Well, that's a great play back door. Saputra just finding a little gap and a beautiful dime. Finding ways to break down the defense. Dio Saputra actually still the leading scorer this evening for Dewa United. He's got 15 points. That time nearly forcing it. Well, they have, yeah. So, Dewa United will retain this one. While Gillenwater caught in the double team. That foul's going to be called on the ground. That's not going to send him to the free throw line, though. That's now the second team foul against Johor Southern Tigers. Goes great atmosphere tonight. While Gillenwater missed some point-blank range, Cooper comes up with it. Counted. And Troy Gillenwater now will go to the free throw line for the potential three-point play. Well, has the chef decided to start cooking up nasi goreng to get his team back in it? Maybe so. 7 points. Three-point play converted. Dewa United just trying to battle back. Possession by possession here. Guess they're starting to love their basketball even more so. In Indonesia becoming a basketball powerhouse, is for sure. And hesitate, ground court turns it over. Trailing by 14, almost 4 minutes played here in the, oh, nice time. DJ Cooper finding Saputra, who now moves up to 17 points. Keep on battling. Right now, Bertanahan has got to be big here for Dewa United. Having trailed by as many as almost 20, now only down by 12 here. Oh, great take, the reverse slip. Oh, again, just gets it to drop. That's Scotty Lewis. He was a tip in the end by Groundball, maybe. And Dewa United failed to respond. Well, here we go. Oh, baby! Scotty Lewis Airlines in transition with the alley-oop. That's the kind of play that gets the crowd right into the game. DJ Cooper just getting the fourth tembakan tiga angka of the second quarter here for Dewa United, cutting it down to 13 points. Dewa not out of it completely. There's a lot of contact, nothing given. And Dewa now looking to run. Quickly getting the transition. Now it's down to a 11-point deficit, a 5-0 run. Positive, optimistic play so far here from Dewa United. As Johor Southern Tigers will call timeout, they'll talk it over. We'll head down to their bench to find out what the coach has to say. 4:55 to go. Welcome back, everybody, live here in Johor, Malaysia. Second window of Group A with Dewa United currently undefeated. Wei Chi Lim missing the wide open layup. Oh, that would have been monumental, as now Dewa can cut it down to single digits. Chi Wei's got to be able to finish that one under pressure. And another one. Well, tembakan tiga angka party as the third one here in the second quarter for DJ Cooper. Making it rain. The IBL defending champions have made it an 8-point deficit. Southern Tigers trying to respond that time. Much better mid-range game. Well, there's no problem that time from Chi Wei Lim. But he's got to be confident. He's got to keep finishing. Saputra being heavily defended. Finds Troy Gillenwater. That time, no problem inside the paints. It's got to be nasi goreng time for the chef. Karamapur. Power for power. 2 FIBA Basel World Cup centers. And that time missing. Cooper comes up with it. A lot of contact. Finds Josilla, but again, a foul's going to be called against Karamapur. So free throws coming up for Dewa United. Mid-range is knocked down, putting it back to an 8-point deficit. Wang Yi-ho. Many would regard him probably one of the greatest small forwards in the history of Malaysian basketball. It's the third time he's played in BCL Asia. This the first time was in FIBA Asia Champions Cup. Ibarra goes in. The big man, the Mexican international, that time just able to finish. And now he could make it a 5-point deficit if he's able to knock this down. Tough start here for Dewa United. But hope is still alive for the IBL champions. Ibarra can indeed cut down the deficit. Make this a 5-point ball game. He converts this, and he does just that. The score actually right now is Johor Southern Tigers 54, Dewa United 49. Just the graph they have is updated here. Under 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Oh, that's another unforced turnover. Dewa run a run. DJ Cooper now, he's been on fire. That time unable to get it, and that would have been monumental had he converted that one. Cooper has been a house on fire today. Much more effective scoring than he has in previous games, but you know, he's a pass-first point guard. Another missed attempt here for the Southern Tigers. Oh, nice dive, got to finish, and all of a sudden, it's a one-possession ball game. DJ Cooper taking this game over on both ends of the floor. Oh, Maigan, another turnover. Here comes Dewa. Oh, what a dive, but again, it culminates into a turnover. 9 points for DJ Cooper, 8 assists, 4 rebounds. Could he get to a triple-double tonight? That's the thing about DJ Cooper, is that he's probably the one player that's going to fill up every single stat category Where that is Pantulan. Where that's Menchuribola. Like I said, he is Mr. Triple-Double. And it's another missed attempt here for the Tigers. Cooper wants to run. Kicks out to Eric Jr. Goes in, misses. Gillenwater tries to put back. Comes up with the offensive rebound. Still can't get it. Kind of feel it. Maybe a lot of fatigue is settling in right now with both teams. Still only 3 points separates both the Southern Tigers and Dewa United. As the foul is going to be called against Mei. Well, Ting Chun Hong, like Wong Yi Ho, one of the greatest players currently with the Malaysian national team. Gotta have good games tonight. Tough shot in the corner and sinks that one under intense pressure. Now, was it a three? Yes, it was. It was a Sanford Cho from downtown. Johor Southern Tigers now have converted 5 out of 9 from the three-point line. They try to go for another one from Gillenwater. Has the comeback cooled down so far here from Johor Southern Tigers. Oh, Maigan, he made one in Tangerang, Indonesia. A little too short that time. Potential 2 for 1 coming up now here for Dewa United. Cooper makes the pass, finds Eric Jr. Has to kick this one out to Gillenwater. Seconds winding down. Troy kicks out. Dizzy pulls up mid-range. Not quite Menyala Abanku. 2 seconds difference. Oh, they'll go for another 3. They probably should have dribbled that one down for the final play. But now it can be indeed the Sama-Sama baby moment here for DJ Cooper. Maybe Troy Gillenwater. But they'll want one final shot. Final seconds. Coop's got to go for it. He's made 3. Oh, baby! Terima kasih! Sama-sama, baby! Menyala Abanku from DJ Cooper. Well, he has made 4 tembakan, 3 angkas already here in the second quarter, and it's halftime. Well, fans, we're going to leave you with some of the highlights. But right now, head coach Augustin Yulbe has seen his team trail, but they're right back in it. Well, halftime, we'll be back in just under 15. Highlights, and this is the BCL Asia East 2026. Welcome back, basketball fans, live here in Johor, Malaysia. The second game here of window number 2 of Group A, where currently Johor Southern Tigers, who led by more than 20-plus points, now only lead by 2 against the defending champions of the Indonesian Basketball League, Dewa United. Well, Dewa were having issues dealing with the pressure, committing 10 turnovers in that first half, and in the second quarter, it became the Tembakan Tiga Angka show. And DJ Cooper, 4 out of 5 from the three-point line, all in the second quarter. Well, he's naturally a pass-first point guard, but tonight DJ has got to probably be a primary scorer. 19 points. The lead scorer is Dio Dirta Saputra, who currently is 8 out of 8 from inside the rainbow. He's only missed 1 shot, and that's been a three-point attempt. Oh, can they keep it going? Troy Gillenwater, the man has been averaging over 30 points and 1 rebound shy of a double-double. Only 10 so far this evening. Well, for Johor Southern Tigers, it's been a fantastic show from Scotty Lewis, the man drafted by the Charlotte Hornets in the NBA back in 2021. He's got 22. Welcome back, BCL Asia 2026. Oh, good block by Joshua Ibarra. Ibarra with the rejection. But you like that offense there. Ahmed Hill does have 10 points. 1 of 3 players in double figures tonight for the Southern Tigers. Compare the stats between these two teams. It's actually Dewa United who dominate inside the paint, 28-22. But credit to JST, 14 fast break points. That's got to come into fruition if they're going to win this one tonight. Maigan now catches at top of the key, finds Lewis. Lewis fires up, unable to connect. Rebound has been secured by Josh Zilla. Last season's most valuable player in the IBL Finals when they dethroned Pelita Jaya. Gillenwater kicks out Saputra. He'll fire another one. Maybe a little too quick in the offense there, but Dewa, the confidence they have, they're going to be flying from the perimeter. Good hesitation from Mei now pulls up, extends it to a 2-possession lead. My corrections, that is not Mei indeed. JST's number 1, John Wong Kai-Chek. Still a 4-point lead, though, to the champions of Malaysia. Saputra goes for another one. Those are 2 quick three-pointers. Lewis comes up with it. Lewis goes all the way. A foul's been committed. So free throws coming up here for Johor Southern Tigers. Only missed 2 free throws in the first half, shooting 12 out of 14. It was Scotty Lewis. Went to the charity stripe on 4 occasions, knocking down 8 out of 8. There's a lot to like about Scotty Lewis. First 2 games in Tangerang, Indonesia. He had 18 points in the defeated overtime against High Tech, but a very impressive 29 against Dewa United. Not a volume 3-point shooter, only 2 out of 6 in the first 2 games. But tonight he's 2 out of 3, but misses that free throw. 5-point lead to JST. Dewa United still looking for those first points here in the second half. Gillenwater sets that high screen. Pick and pop, pump fakes. Now he'll go for a 3-point himself, but Ibarra offensive rebound, second chance points. Well, those have to be minimized by JST if they're going to hold on for their first win. United only so far 5 second chance opportunity points. As Maigan felt a foul should have been given. Play was allowed to continue. Ahmed Hill, did he have his foot in the line? That doesn't matter. Lewis fights for the offensive rebound. John Wong turns it over now. Gillenwater has it by himself. Tries to bully his way. No foul given. Well, a lot of physical defense coming now. Has a technical foul been given here? What's happened here? Well, something kicked out. Troy Gillenwater not happy at the moment, and his teammates have to hold him back. But Troy Gillenwater felt that he got fouled. Play was allowed to continue. And as we saw, every Dewa United player running to try and get in between him and the official. Let's have a look here. Well, I'd say that's a good no call in my mind. I mean, he's a fantastic player, Troy Gillenwater. The first player to ever score 2 points in the Japanese B-League back in 2016 when he played for Albach Tokyo. Any team would want him on their lineup. It's been a tough game from so far, but that could change as this game goes on. I like to call him the chef, and he always cooks up a bit of nasi goreng when it counts. Seems like things have calmed down now. Looks like it's going to be okay. 4-point lead to JST. Eric Jr. matching up here with Ahmed Hill. Maigan comes up with a high screen. Well, there's a gamble on defense. Maigan down the middle, goes in with a little finger roll. Looking like George Gervin in a JST jersey. I don't think he scores enough. There's a lot of his game to like. Foul is going to be called on the ground. It's only going to be the first team foul for Johor Southern Tigers. We've only played 2:28 so far here in the third quarter. That's a worrying sign. Hopefully Eric Jr. is okay. He's going to go to the bench. He just rolled his ankle, but hopefully not too much of a concern for Dewa United. Let's have a look at the replay. You can't quite see what transpired at that moment, but there's the young talents. Is going to be a part of the Indonesian national team's prospects of trying to get to FIBA Asia Cups and Basketball World Cups in the future. Right now, currently a part of the FIBA Asia Cup pre-qualifiers. Nice little penetration. Cooper's made 4 threes. That time unable to connect, and a foul is going to be called. A push in the back. Not sure who they called that one, but it was when Ibarra went to contest for the offensive board. But you gotta love the intensity of Indonesian basketball. But Abasi Dimas, Federation's definitely come a long way. Oh, Gillenwater's wide open. They don't get it to him. Saputra, now top of the key. Now we're under 10 here on the shot clock. Josh Ziller in the paint. Nice dive. Beautiful pass. Oh, but he misses from point blank range. The paint interior defense from JST right now proving too much to handle for the IBL defending champions. JST having led by as many as plus 20 in the first half. Find themselves up by 6. Out of control, can't get it. Cooper comes up with the rebound. Make that rebound number 5 for DJ Cooper. Now Ahmed Hill trying to keep Gillenwater at bay. Mid-range is up, and there you have it. Chef time, mid-range, automatic from Chef Nasi Goreng. Well, if he gets cooking, it could be a problem here for JST, but it's still a 2-possession lead to the champions of Malaysia. Now Hill tries a bit of mid-range. Front eye a little short. Can Dewa cut it down to a 1-possession deficit? Maybe a 1-point deficit if they go for another 3. Josh Ziller down the middle. Oh my goodness! Muchos gracias from El Capitan Mexicano. 2023 FIBA Basketball World Cup, but now he's doing it in BCL Asia East. JST have got to remain principled. They've got to hold it together. That's going to be another turnover. Dewa, can they level things up? Cooper keeps this alive. JST with a man down. Gillenwater. And a foul is called on the ground. Offense coming up from Dewa. Dizzy trying to attack the gaps. The Coop now just demanding that screen from Ibarra. Well, they'll go for another three. And the Tembakan Tiga Angka giving the IBL defending champions a 1-point lead. Has the momentum change? Dewa United trying to remain undefeated in BCL Asia East. As JST go down low to Aaron Gramaport, bumping, and that's going to be, unfortunately, another turnover. 5:04 to go here in the third quarter. And here's what I find very interesting. If you watched the game yesterday against High Tech put on a full court press, whether it was man or zone, for the majority of the game. Because they know the backcourt of Dewa, when put under pressure, they have the propensity to commit a lot of turnovers. That's what JST has got to do tonight. Cooper, nice dive. Oh, it's intercepted. Ahmed Hill coming up with it. Lewis able to help out. JST trying to reclaim the lead. That was a good wide open look, but unable to convert from Shen. It's a local 3x3 Malaysian hero. Saputra pump fakes. Finds Joshzilla, and the big man extends it to a 3-point lead for Dewa United. Well, Joshzilla bowling at the moment. Impressive numbers yesterday as he picked up the Player of the Game award. And already 5 rebounds away from a potential double-double. Lewis kicks out. Hill wide open. Can tie things up. And it's back and forth. What's become the Tembakan, Tiga Angka, and Sanford show party tonight. Both teams exchanging 3-point field goals. Cooper trying to find another dime. Gramaport nearly intercepting it. Ibarra in the paint, goes up, gets rejected. Nice block, and now here comes JST. Foul is going to be committed on the ground. Definitely appreciate the intensity of how this game is picking up tonight. Both teams really going at each other. It doesn't matter how you play in the first, second, third quarter. It's how you end the game indeed. You got to finish this game on a high note. And that means coming up with a victory. Another one goes flying. That time not counted. They'll try another one. Going out of bounds. That's going to remain. Wow, great effort. That time by Chin Jinyen, who's only just come into the game, but by contesting for the offensive rebound. It takes the last touch of it, Dewa, so JST retain it. Well, nice finish in the paint as JST reclaimed the lead. And Lewis at the moment, well, he's on fire. 25 points to Scotty Lewis. Southern Tigers principally staying in that zone defense. Oh, time is winding down. Offensive rebound for Dewa United. The Coopers 4 out of 6 on the 3-point line. Kicks out, finds Rio Dissi. Little teardrop, trying to tie things up. Ibarra unsuccessful with a tip-in. JST want to extend this lead. The foul is going to be called on the ground. Well, Hill down the middle, goes in, a lot of contact, makes it. Now it is a 2-possession lead. Johor Southern Tigers looking for their first win in BCL Asia East. They still can win a potential head-to-head against High Tech. They'll be playing them very soon in this window. As Ibarra gets a seal-off. Oh, it's going to be another turnover. Make that turnover number 11, excuse me, for the defending IBL champions. They Got to keep this one composed, under control. Still plenty of basketball to play in this game. Just over 2 minutes left. Getting a handoff here now with, well, there's the baseline. Hill goes in reverse. Are you kidding me? Ahmed Hill putting on a showcase with the double clutch wraparound layup. Back to a 6-point Johor Southern Tigers lead. Troy Gillenwood is fouled. That foul's going to be called against Johor Southern Tigers' Chin Jinyet Matthew. Foul committed. You sense a bit of hunger right now from Johor Southern Tigers. Definitely a different purpose when trying to win this game. A game that they have to win by all means. The issue right now with Dewa United is in the backcourt. Issues with Mengiring Bola. That's going to be a third team foul against GST. Dewa United, no fouls to give, 1:40 left. Still a zone defense with JST. Troy Gillenwood, the natural center out there. Dissi's got to get it off in time, and it's a poor shot. Very good defense from Johor Southern Tigers. As now here comes JST. Just over a minute to go here in the third quarter. Hill kicks out. Bit of time left. Oh, Shin goes mid-range. Rebound comfortably collected. The three-pointer could open things up here for Dewa United. We go down to Troy Gillenwood. Caught a double team. Gillenwood tries to force his way up, can't get it. They'll go for a three in the corner. Gillenwood is going to call for the foul. A bit of a tangle there between both Troy Gillenwood and Ahmed Hill. That will go back to JST. 41.2 left here in the third quarter. I think it was accidental collision between both Ahmed Hill and Troy Gillenwood, but both players professionally, nothing escalated from that point, and that's how it should be. Foul does mean Ahmed Hill can't extend this, to an 8-point lead to Johor Southern Tigers. JSC come back up with it. Only one free throw knocked down by Ahmed Hill. Final seconds winding down. Lewis got to take this one. There's a kick out. 24-second violation. So Dewa United indeed can have the final play of the third quarter, down by 7. Well, Xian Fuoi didn't get really a good look at it, but Ibarra's going to come back into the mix for Dewa. Ibarra putting a double team. I'm going to go for a quick one. The three is up, and it's good. 5th three-pointer of the night for DJ Cooper. As now it's back to a 2-possession deficit. Hill will go for another one, and it doesn't go. 10 final minutes to decide. Will Johor Southern Tigers pick up their first win, or will Dewa United remain undefeated in BCL Asia East 2026? We're going to leave you with the top highlights from the third quarter, but we will be back in just under 2 minutes. Welcome back, basketball fans. BCL Asia East 2026. We're live here in Johor, Malaysia. An outstanding atmosphere at the Arena Latkin Indoor Stadium of the province of Johor Bahru. Right now, Johor Southern Tigers leading 72-68 against the defending champions of the Indonesian Basketball League, Dewa United. It's been a solid performance from Johor Southern Tigers' big three. Ahmed Hill with 18. Aaron Gramapour, 4 rebounds shy of a double-double with 13 points. But 25 from Scotty Lewis. Dewa did actually take the lead by 3 points. He's got 5 threes. That time a little too short. Ibarra, big offensive rebound. There's a pump fake. They'll go for another three. 3 is up, and they level thing. Well, no, down by 1, excuse me. Rio Dissi from downtown. They have stepped it up big time. Only 1 3-point field goal at the end of the first half. 9 out of 19. That percentage has gone sky high at 47. Let's look at the foul. Just want to minimize these fouls as much as possible. There's Matthew Chin back in the lineup here for JST. Nice penetration in, but missing at point-blank range. Well, Maymay's got to make that one. Cooper caught in that double team. Lakudu. Not going to go for the 3-pointer this time. Finds Ibarra. Ibarra goes in, and he's fouled, and he'll go back to the charity strike. Well, sometimes it's almost near impossible to try and defend Joshua Ibarra, a.k.a. Josh Zilla. That foul's on Maymay. Well, fans, remember, we have 2 more windows coming up here in BCL Asia East 2026 while we're already in the middle of our ones here in Johor, Malaysia and Chinese Taipei. So a lot of opportunities at place in BCL Asia East. Contact your local organizing committee if you plan, if you're already in Bangkok or Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia. Also, if you're a basketball journalist or a content creator, get your media accreditation when we head to both Bangkok and then Mongolia. Top 3 teams of each group will head to the final 6. Dewa United slightly better in terms of field goal percentages, but nothing set while they turn it over. Anak Dewa come up with it. Well, there's another three. Unable to finish. Rebound has been secured. Big moment now come. Another turnover here for Johor Southern Tigers. Closest team led by more than 20 points, but now they already have 11 turnovers too many. It's DJ Cooper. Finds Zilla. Still can't finish. Still plenty of time left here in the fourth quarter. Just taking another missed layup. And Ahmed Hill coming up with a rebound. And a foul is called on the ground. So baseline possession coming up to Johor Southern Tigers. GST inbounded. Maigan in the lineup. Have a look at the corner. There's the kick out. Now we're at the 10. Oh, they'll go for another deep one. Ibarra secures the board. It's a big game tonight for Josh Ibarra. 7 rebounds to go with the 16 points. But the three-point count, 5 of those have gone to DJ Cooper. Now currently is on the bench. Ibarra spins baseline. That's going to be, remain with Dewa. 2.5 left on the shot clock. So Dewa's got to either call timeout, which I don't know if, Yube's going to go for it. Timeout called. They'll try to draw one final play up. We're going to head down to Dewa's bench. Anak Dewa time, maybe. Maybe back in just under 1 minute. Well, Dewa called that timeout because they only have 2.5 on the shot clock. Got to get it inbound quickly. Ibarra, very well defended. Here comes Lewis going coast to coast with a big-time dunk. Well, there's that full court pressure. So Wong Yi-ho now will go to the free throw line. But what a coast-to-coast dunk by Scotty Lewis. Well, it's third time for him playing in BCL Asia. Of course, not only here with Johor Southern Tigers, NS Matrix Diaz last season BCL Asia East, 2024 BCL Asia, but also with the Malaysia Dragons in the FIBA Asia Champions Cup, and he misses both free throws. How costly could that be? Still a lot of time here. Dewa just deal with the full court pressure. Almost 3 minutes played here in the fourth quarter. There's the flash high. It's a nice little penetration. A little too strong off the bank. Well, this three can give them the lead. And tembakan tiga angka padi again with Rio Dizzy. Sama, baby. 10th three-pointer of the night for Dewa United. Incredible. This team living and dying from the three-point line. Lewis unable to finish. Rebound has been secured. But they turn it back over again. Now Lewis gets bumped. He'll go to the free throw line. Just how much longer can Dewa United live and die from the three-point line? That is the key thing. That's a good call. So Lewis can actually reclaim the lead here for Johor Southern Tigers. Should do their confidence a world of good. What's interesting about Scotty Lewis and Ahmed Hill, both of them, prior to coming to Malaysia, they were teammates in the Canadian CEBL when they played for the Niagara River Lions in the very small, beautiful town right by Niagara Falls known as St. Catharines. This is to do their practices at a local private school called Ridley College. 27 points tonight here for Scotty Lewis. Free throw, no problem. Johor Southern Tigers have missed 6 free throws this evening. They're 16 out of 22. Well, Dewa United, they've only taken 6 free throws. They just haven't got to the charity stripe enough tonight. But Lewis missed. Well, nothing separating these two teams. Saputra back in the lineup. So is Troy Gillenwater. Well, Saputra just putting it behind his back, out of control. And he is one of the more experienced players on this team. He's got to do a better job. If it's an issue Dewa United's had, it's the plethora of turnovers in the backcourt. Still a 2-3 zone exhibited by Johor Southern Tigers. Gillenwater with a seal-off. There's a kick out. Saputra not going to get it, but another offensive rebound. They'll patiently take their time. They'll go for another step back. Still a bit of time on the shot clock if you ask me, but rebound has been secure. Possession now by JST. Well, there's the Sanford show. Time, space. Big offensive rebound, but it's secured in the end. Well, Dewa don't have any fouls to give. Now, did they just call a jump ball? Have a look here. Well, I think that's a foul on. That's a foul, I believe. It's going to be called on Scotty Lewis. So 5:47 left here in the fourth quarter. Dewa trying to remain undefeated. Johor Southern Tigers in search for the first win. Probably felt they should have won against High-Tech Basketball when they last met in Tangerang, Indonesia. They will meet High-Tech in this window. Still no DJ Cooper on the floor here for Dewa. There's a bump fake, pulls up, and gives the IBL defending champions a 2-point lead. Rio Disses hit some big shots, 11 points for him tonight. Becomes the 5th Dewa play in double figures. Johor Southern Tigers need to keep on scoring. Oh, Wang Yi Ho for 3. That time just hitting the front iron. Johor Southern Tigers just really struggled tonight from the three-point line. 5 out of 22. It's not been enough. Yet again, they want to remain in the zone defense. Considering how many three-pointers, here's a wide open one. It's the last play you want to leave wide open. But that time they get away with it. There's a penetration, little teardrop. It's not a bad move by Chi-Wei Lim, but we've got to get back. Patience needs to be a virtue for both teams. Gramapur also back in the lineup here for Johor Southern Tigers. Well, time, space, wide open. Dewa right now, 2 good looks from the three-point line. Here comes Scotty Lewis. This goes all the way. No foul given. No block, no charge. That's going to remain JST ball on the baseline. Not sure if it's I think it's a head coach's challenge, yes. So the players will have to go to the bench to find out who got the last touch. So let's go down with our officials to find out if it'll be overturned. And we'll have a look at the replay. Well, the possession indeed will go back to Dewa United, so it was an official review. 3:56, and I just wonder if Coach Augustine Yulbe right now is leaving DJ Cooper off the floor to try and build a little bit of resilience and experience from his backcourt. Because like I said, the one area they've had issues has been turnovers under pressure. Well, no, Cooper's back in, so I need to be quiet. My apologies. Well, Cooper straight off the bench. Rio DC, another 3. I'm not sure he needed to take that one. There was still a bit of time left. Still only 2 points separates these two teams. Oh, there's another deep one. And Johor Southern Tigers just cannot buy a bucket at the moment. They're getting good looks, but nothing is dropping. Big moment now here for Dewa. Cooper kicks out. Saputra fires in another one, but it doesn't go. Neither team finding consistency, but here comes JST. This would give them the lead. And a big-time Sanford Show. Huge three-pointer. Oh, Chi-Wei Lim. Oh, no, he had his foot on the line. Well, they almost turned it over. Lim doing it on both ends of the floor. So this means it's free throws coming up for Johor Southern Tigers. Again, that's what we talk about, just the amount of turnovers that happen with Dewa. Anytime any pressure is exhibited, especially in the crunch time. Got to learn how to deal with this pressure. Meanwhile, JST have got to make the free throws. It's as simple as that. They have to be able to close games out. Too many times they've missed free throws that have cost them dearly. Chi-Wei Lim has got to give them the lead. And he does that. 2:44. 1 point lead. Johor Southern Tigers desperately want their first win of BCL Asia East tonight. Meanwhile, Dewa United don't want their first defeat. People just getting the ball over the halfway line. Handoff now here with Joy Gillenwater. Cross court in the corner. Still time here on the shot clock. Coop. He's hit 5 threes tonight. Not able to get this one. Barra battles for it, but that's going to remain possession to Dewa United. I feel with JST, it's Operation Hang On at the moment. Well, I think a head coach's challenge has been called. So again, the players will go to the benches. And again, the officials will need to decide if this needs to be overturned. Now in this game, we're going to find out very quickly if this is indeed going to be overturned. Well, successful head coach's challenge. They will get it back indeed. So right time to call it. Change has been made, but can JST take full advantage, knowing they had the possession back? Big moment now. Well, there you have it, big time play. 3-point lead to Johor Southern Tigers. On to 2 minutes, Gillenwater almost leveled things up. Ibarra, big rebound. Oh, good defense by Scotty Lewis. Is it about to happen? Johor Southern Tigers. Oh, baby! Good night, Johor, Malaysia. Scotty Lewis with authority. 5-point deficit. Gillenwater gets in the lane, and a foul is going to be called against Ahmed Hill. This game is far from over. It's Gillenwater now a chance to cut it down, potentially to a 3-point deficit. 12 points tonight for Troy Gillenwater. Remember, he also does have 4 fouls. Still can cut it down to a 1-possession ball game if he makes his free throw. Still, if he can't get another 3-point, they're going to have to try and defend at least 2 more possessions. Cool, calm, composed by Troy Gillenwater. Big moment still here for JST. Any bucket makes it a 2-possession ball game. Finding that handoff. There's the baseline. Goes in and makes it with authority. Nice reverse layup by Ahmed Hill. Back to a 5-point lead. Ibarra nearly turns it over. Well, Cooper stepped out of bounds. That's going to be an unforced turnover. Dewa United right now kind of choking under a bit of pressure. Need to keep this one under control. Anything can still happen at this stage. Dewa, who worked so hard in the second quarter after being down by +20 to get back in it. It's the turnovers that hurt them. Garavaport goes right at Ibarra and steps out of bounds. Well, it might be a lifeline here for Dewa United. So it looks like a timeout is going to be called by Dewa. 2-for-1 time with 47.9, which means they're probably going to advance the ball and try to score quickly. And We'll be back to his timeout in under 1 minute. Well, a big moment now. They have indeed advanced the ball. They want to score quickly here. Throw it down to Ibarra. Gillenwater. Oh my goodness! Sama, baby, from Troy Gillenwater. That is a big time two-handed jab. Dewa's got to defend one final possession. But if Johor Southern Tigers score here, it could be all over. Gramaport, twist, turn, and what a play for the man from Great Britain. That's a big-time post play by Aaron Gramaport. Of course, his big brother is called Adam Gramaport. He also played for junior Great Britain national teams before Gramaport elected to play for Iran. A huge finish and another timeout call by Dewa United. It was a two-handed jab by Troy Gillenwater. That cut it back down to a three-point deficit, but the old school back to the basket post-up by the 2019 FIBA Basketball World Cup center of Iran. Because last season, remember, Enes Matrix Diaz from Malaysia only won one game in BCL Asia East. That was against Bishrel Metal of Mongolia, the final window before the Final Four. But Enes Matrix Diaz, the previous season 2024 BCL Asia qualifiers, actually qualified with soon-to-be IBL champions of 2024, Billy Tejaya. Not done yet, though. They've got to hang on. Got to get it inbound. They find Gillenwater. Back to Cooper. Goes for a deep three and nails it. Now, indeed, it's only a two-point deficit. The shot clock is turned off. Oh, there's the foul. It's on the ground. Two free throws coming up for Ahmed Hill. DJ Cooper tonight has made 6 three-point field goals. But that is the 5th foul for Troy Gillenwater. He's just getting a reminder from the home crowd that it is his 5th foul of the game. What, Johor Southern Tigers are going to call timeout. So we'll be back in just under 1 minute. We'll head down to their bench to find out if we can see what the message is all about. Well, these are big free throws now for Ahmed Hill. Make these free throws, and you very much seal off the game. Because then you make it a two-possession ball game, which, given the time that's left, it's only going to make it much more difficult for Dewa to make any sort of a comeback now. First one good. That's Hill's second free throw of the night. Can he extend it? Was in the first two games. It's 9 out of 10 for the free throw line. Dewa's got to go quickly here with DJ Cooper. Gonna get another three. It's up. Oh, baby! Not over yet. Rio Dissi, are you kidding me? My goodness. The IBL defending champions just don't know when it's over. Fasten your seatbelts. What a game we have, basketball fans. It's BCL Asia East 2026. Incredible. Well, we'll return for this timeout in under 1 minute. It's a big moment now here for Johor Southern Tigers. They've got to inbound it. Hopefully they'll turn it over. Anticipate they're going to get fouled. But Dewa United, just when this game should have been closed out. Well, here we go, fans. It's going to be Scotty will inbound this one. There's the foul by DJ Cooper, so 6.3 seconds left. You just got to go to the charity strike. You just got to knock him down. Scotty Lewis, of course, finding his teammate, his former CEBL teammate. But you know something big is happening now. Make both of them. First one's good. Adam Gramaport's going to go for the rebound, but Dewa United's got to anticipate he's going to make it. They've got to anticipate that they've got to go quickly. What a game Ahmed Hill's had this evening. Makes them both. Dewa's got 6.3. to get the ball up the court. Johor Southern Tigers, one foul to give. Cooper, length of the floor, puts it up, almost got it. Well, almost, nearly. Johor Southern Tigers, rightfully so, have won their first game. Oh, well, it's actually 1.4 left, I think. The likelihood of coming up with a steal now would be... Well, there you have it. It's all over. A big congratulations to the champions of Malaysia. They win their first game of BCL Asia East 2026. The last time a Malaysian professional basketball team won a game in this competition was in Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia, when NS Matrix Deers defeated Bishram Metal in the final window. But they failed to get to the Final Four. There's a lot to like about Johor Southern Tigers. They have the personnel, but they still got another game to play here at home in this window. And that game is against High-Tech Basketball, who I might remind you, lost. They lost to them in overtime only over 2 weeks ago in Tangerang, Indonesia. A magnificent win tonight for JST. We're going to get a post-game interview with tonight's player of the game. So we'll try to keep you updated with who that will be, and that I most likely think is going to be Scotty Lewis. And no surprise, Scotty Lewis tonight, unbelievable numbers. 30 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. Of course, you can catch us at the post-game press conference where we'll be meeting head coach of Dewa United, Augustine Yulbe, and DJ Cooper. We'll also meet head coach Ken and Young from Johor Southern Tigers and Scotty Lewis again. So stick around. We're going to get Scotty Lewis's thoughts very, very soon, momentarily. Well, you can just see what it means to fans here, to the fans. They love their basketball here in Malaysia. It was a disappointment of not qualifying for BCL Asia last season. But, like I say, hope is still alive for the champions of MABA, the Malaysian Basketball Association. Very good team. They have the right personnel that can definitely get to the BCL Asia, but you've got to get to the final 6. And then you got to be one of 2 teams that makes it to the finals. Well, as I said, fans, very soon.
Tigers, 30 points, 2 steals, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Scotty, please tell, congratulations. Please tell all the fans on the live stream and right here, how the feeling of the first team victory.
Man, it's amazing to be home, to get our first win after losing, going 0-2 in Indonesia. We've been preparing for 2 weeks since we went 0-2, so it's been hard-nosed, 2-a-days, everyone just grinding, holding each other accountable. You know, we're just feeding off each other. We really respect each other. We really respect our coach. We have a genuine love. You know, we come in here and we say family, and we really mean that. And I think we came in here and we fought today for our fans, for our supporters, for each other, for sure.
Scotty, the first quarter was a dream for you guys, and then it was a little bit wonky. And then you took over and just got to the rim with a lot of dunks. Tell us about that process. Tell us about your mindset about taking over.
I mean, that's just basketball. I mean, first and foremost, I wouldn't do anything that I do without my coaches and my teammates giving me the confidence to go out there and do that. You know, we read mismatches, prepare for them. And even when we were up in that first quarter, we all said to each other, that's a team that doesn't back down. We have a lot of respect for Dewa. We have a lot of respect for their coaching staff and what they do. So we knew that they were going to come back in the game. We got to do what we do and stay on the right track. That's all.
And final question, Scotty. These Johor fans here, those Johor fans on the live stream, what's your message to them?
More to come, man. We're super excited. We're super happy to be here. And more to come. We're ready to come back tomorrow and do the same thing. Definitely more to come. Be prepared for it. Look out for us.
Okay, Scotty, stay where you are. Thank you very much, everyone. And congratulations to Scotty, our player of the game, our press conference coming up soon. Thank you very much.
Good evening, viewers, and welcome to our post-game press conference. The Basketball Champions League Asia East game between the Johor Southern Tigers and Dewa United Banten. The game tonight, Johor Southern Tigers won this game 90-87. Right next to me is the head coach of the Dewa United team, Coach Augustine Julbe, and their player number 12, Mr. DJ Cooper, to my far left. I'm going to start the press conference by inviting Coach Augustine for his opening statement. Coach.
Well, first of all, congratulations to Johor team, to the basketball team, to the coaches and players for their performance. It was awesome, and also to the organization. I think that there was an amazing environment, an atmosphere that probably helped their players and their team to win. I wish we can play a basketball game with an atmosphere like this. The game, it's obvious that we had a bad start, a bad performance defensively, allowing 37 points in one quarter. And after that, we fought, and there is no nothing to say about the level of effort and fight that our players put on the court. I think that we might think that offensively we performed under our level, but I think we had good percentages inside, outside, only a little bit more turnovers than usual, especially in the first quarter. But I think that our biggest problem was the defensive performance, not only in the first quarter, that is obvious, but in the other three quarters, we received many or some easy baskets that we could stop and have a different look at the game. But congrats to Johor, and all we can do is fight a little bit more or better in the next game that we face.
Thank you, Coach. DJ, your opening statement, please.
Yeah, they came out,
If you could just put the microphone close to your mouth. Yep.
The team came out, with great energy. They fed off the crowd, and we started off poorly, and that's something we got to correct. And when you let a team score 37 points in the first quarter, it's difficult to come back. But we fought hard, and congratulations to them.
Thank you, DJ. Any questions from the floor? No? Okay, Coach Augustine, this was the first time that Dewa United played twice in 24 hours in the BCL Asia East. How much did fatigue play a factor tonight?
I think that we cannot use this as an excuse. First of all, because we have I don't want to say anything negative, but we have a tough schedule in the IBL with many back-to-back situations, and we should be used to that. So, of course, having played yesterday affects the performance of our players, but we cannot use it as an excuse because we must be ready for that. So I think it's maybe a bit more on the mental side of the approach of the game. Like DJ said, they were ready from the beginning. For us, it took us some time, and this is a game of runs, and when you are not at the same level of energy and toughness and mental toughness than the opponent, any opponent, regardless of their level and their qualities that they have, runs over you. There is no way you can stop them. Then we tried in the second quarter. We found this energy. We give them back the same run, and then after that is a close game. But overall, if you see at the stats, Johor leading most of the game, like more than 30 minutes of the game, it's a well-deserved win for them.
Thank you for answering that question, Coach. And back to DJ. DJ, even with tired legs, the team made it a ball game with the big second quarter showing. What was the message across the team that enabled the players to really make that comeback?
I think we just stepped up our energy, our defense, and focused a little bit more. We came out way too stagnant, and they fed off the crowd, like I said, and they made shots, and you can't do that, especially when the team is playing at home like this.
Thank you, DJ. Thank you very much, Coach Augustine. Look, this is where we're going to leave it, everyone. But please stay with us, because very shortly we will have the Johor head coach and a Johor player come in for our post-game press conference. But we thank you and to Dewa United, Banten, on a really, really solid performance last night and tonight as well. And thank you for your friendliness. My name is Ben Ibrahim, and we will see you very shortly in our next press conference. Welcome back, everyone, to our post-game match conference, the game between the Johor Southern Tigers and the Dewa United Banten team from Indonesia. Tonight, as mentioned earlier, the Johor Southern Tigers were victorious, 90 points to 87. A very entertaining game. Right next to me is the head coach of the Johor Southern Tigers on my left, which is Coach Danny. And on my far left is the player of the game, Scotty Lewis, who scored 30 points, 2 steals and 5 rebounds, and had 3 assists. So we will start, and just everyone to let you know, Coach Danny will be answering in Bahasa Malaysia, the national language of Malaysia, and I'll be translating his answer. Coach Danny, your opening statement, please.
Selamat malam semua. Good evening, everyone. Luckily, we won the games. This is our first game. There's a very, how to say that? There is a history for JST. And in my thinking, the Dewas last night they play in extra time. Maybe they are looking tired, and our team JST very hungry to win the game, right? So in the first quarter we are play better than them, and the last quarter we just content. We ask our players to content the defense, not allow that shoot 3. Then everybody can make it, and they try to listen on me. That's different on last 2 weeks in Indonesia. That's different. I appreciate for our import and our locals, and I appreciate on our fans. They're helping us a lot. Thank you.
Well, there you go, Coach Danny speaking tremendous, perfect English. And over to Scotty. Scotty, your opening statement, please, and how you saw the game.
It was fun. You know, we prepared the last 2 weeks going 0-2 in Indonesia. You know, we placed a lot of emphasis on winning at home and what that's going to be like and what this atmosphere has been historically like. So we were all excited to come back home and play. You know, and it was everything that we thought it was going to be. You know, we fed up the energy of the crowd. Our bench is always active. Coaches are always giving us advice throughout the duration of the game, and they give us a lot of confidence to go out there and just play hard. You know, we try to be as close-knit as we can be, eating together, hanging out together after court. So it was very easy to make that translate to our games, and you know, we gotten closer over the course of the last 2 weeks.
Fantastic. Back to Coach Danny. Coach Danny, the team managed to overcome the second quarter run and explosion by Dewa with a strong finish. How did you like the character and the semangat shown by the team malam ni tonight?
I just asked them to patient. Just only focus on defense. They are strong. Every time they are against other team and they play in IBL, always on the second quarter they can catch up. If they lost 15, 20, they also can catch up. So before the game, our team meeting already asked our players focus on the second quarter and the third quarter. We just be patient on the points. The first quarter we run and gun. Second quarter we just focus on the defense. They lose good. Our team play well.
Okay, Scotty, we're going to go with you with 2 questions. So question number 1, after back-to-back losses, you and Johor finally got the job done together, especially down the stretch. How glad are you that you finally got your first win here in the Basketball Champions League Asia East 2026 competition?
I'm very, very glad that we got our first win, especially at home. Like I said, we place a lot of emphasis on being at home and winning at home and the importance of that. I think the progress we've made over the course of the last 2 weeks showed here tonight. I think our fight and our grit and our ability to stay together throughout the duration of the game, you know, even when we were up in the first quarter, well, we were all pretty much saying, like, we know Dewa, you know, we have a certain amount of respect for them and we know that they're not just going to roll over. So we just kept our heads in and we held each other accountable and we were receptive to each other. So, you know, it's a step in the right direction, and I'm sure that, you know, we're going to do the same thing moving forward.
Thank you for answering that question. And the second and final question, Scotty, can you just share with us, how much did those losses in Indonesia help the team grow together that ultimately led to tonight's breakthrough?
A lot. You know, it helped us grow a lot. I think it was a trickle-down effect. You know, our coaching staff
put a lot of emphasis on those losses, you know, and it just trickled down to us. We knew that it wasn't necessarily embarrassing because it was our first outing together, but we knew exactly what we needed to work on as a team. And you know, it's always going to be some back and forth when everyone in the gym loves to win, and I think we have a bunch of guys that want to win, and we keep that same mindset, which we did tonight throughout the whole duration of the game. I think we're going to be pretty successful.
Fantastic. Okay. Look, everyone, that's where we're going to leave it. On behalf of the organizer, thank you and congratulations to the Johor Southern Tigers, to Coach Danny and Scotty, especially for Scotty for being awarded the play of the game. Please join us tomorrow night, same time at 8:30 p.m. on the live stream, where the Johor Southern Tigers will be taking on the high-tech basketball team from Thailand. Hopefully that will be a very, very another exciting game, because these last two games in the last 2 days have been absolutely fantastic. My name is Ben Ibrahim. It's been a pleasure to be your press conference moderator, and we will see you tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. live right here in Johor. You're watching the Basketball Champions League Asia East. Have a great day wherever you are.